you? I hope all are good. Today let we start SST chapter number 11 agriculture, जिसको हम बोलते हैं फार्मिंग या खेती. What is agriculture? Economic activities are of three types. जो अर्थव्यवस्था एक्टिविटी होती है वो तीन तरह की होती है. These are primary, secondary and tertiary activities. कौन कौन सी होती है? Primary, secondary and tertiary. So the agriculture is a primary activity. जो एग्रीकल्चर है वो एक प्राइमरी एक्टिविटी है. एग्रीकल्चर रेफर्स मेनली टू द tilling of the soil for growing crops and rearing of livestock. So the plant species that have been selected by humans to be cultivated for their use are called crops. Livestock refers to the animals, cattle, goats, sheep and poultry that are reared to be useful to humans. Sometimes forestry and fishing are also included in agriculture. Agriculture is a source of livelihood for more than half of the world's population. More than 60% of Indians are engaged in this activity. तो जो भारत की जो 60% लोग हैं वो किस पे निर्भर है? खेती पर, फार्मिंग पर, एग्रीकल्चर पर. Factors influencing agriculture. Agriculture differs from area to area. एरिया के ऊपर डिपेंड करती है. The factors of affecting agriculture are climate, type of soil, relief, topography and socio-economic conditions. Climate includes temperature, rainfall, humidity and winds. The warm tropical regions have a growing season all year. The temperate and subpolar regions have very low winter temperatures and hence crops cannot be cultivated. Wheat and millets are grown in areas of low rainfall about 50 centimeter, while rice and jute are grown in areas of high rainfall, minimum of 100 centimeter. Soil requirements of crops vary as soil have different physical and chemical properties. Rice grows best in the alluvial soil with a clay subsoil layer. The deep black soils derived from volcanic lava are ideal for growing cotton. Volcanic lava से जो निकलती है ना soil black, कौन सी काली मिट्टी, वो किसके लिए? कॉटन के लिए यूजफुल होती है. The calcium content of alluvial soil is good for sugarcane. Relief and topography are also important factors, though most crops grow well in the low-lying flat plains, valleys and deltas. Tea grows well on hill slopes because stagnant water harms the crop. Socio-economic factors such as technology, cost of farming, mechanization, economic condition of the farmer, irrigation facilities, storage and transport activities, marketing opportunities and government policies significantly influence the agriculture of a region. Agriculture system, what is it? Agriculture or farming can be considered as a system. This system requires certain inputs to work effectively. These important inputs are seeds, fertilizer, machinery and labor. Some of the operation in this system involved are plowing, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting. The outputs from the system include crops, wool, dairy and poultry products. Input processes and outputs of agriculture. So these are physical is rainfall, sunlight, relief, fat and fertile land, soil and temperature, and human fertilizer, capital, farming tools, seeds, labor, pesticides, herbicides and storage. अब प्रोसेस क्या होता है इसका? लेट्स सी. प्लोइंग है ना, खेत जोतना होता है, फिर उसको प्लेन करना होता है, सोइंग, हार्वेस्टिंग, इरिगेशन, फर्टिलाइजिंग. अब आउटपुट निकलता है उसका, क्या आते हैं उसमें? क्रेल्स, फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल्स, यानी कि दालें, फल और सब्जियां उगाते हैं ना किसान. एंड एग्रीकल्चर सिस्टम. मेजर टाइप्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर. All agriculture activities may be divided into two broad categories depending on the geographical condition. So, labor demand of produce and the level of technology. Subsistence agriculture, when the farmer produces just enough to sustain his family and sells or exchange the surplus with members of the local community, it is called subsistence agriculture. Subsistence agriculture is practiced on a self-sufficient basis. It can be classified as intensive subsistence agriculture and primitive subsistence agriculture. Intensive subsistence agriculture, what is it? This type of farming is commonly practiced in the densely populated tropical monsoon regions of South and Southeast Asia. The land holding are small, a large number of people depend on a limited area of land. So the land is cultivated intensely. Mainly with human labor, high quality seeds, plenty of fertilizers and regulated supply of water for irrigation. A variety of crops is grown in succession alternated with legumes. So crop rotation to retain soil fertility. This method of cultivation is most prevalent in India. So two crops may be grown simultaneously in a year on the same stretch of land. Double cropping to get more produce. The raising of more than two crops on the same plot of land annually is called multiple cropping. Primitive subsistence agriculture. This type of agriculture includes shifting, cultivation and nomadic herding. Shifting agriculture. Shifting agriculture is a very primitive method practiced by tribal people who live in remote, hilly or densely forested regions such as the Congo Basin in Equatorial Africa, Amazon Basin in Equatorial Africa, Amazon Basin in South America, Central America and Mexico Island of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. So these cultivators do not lead a settled life. They clear the land by cutting or burning the trees. Okay, so the ashes enrich the soil and kill the insect and pest and providing them with a clear patch of land to cultivate. इन्हें ना रहने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है, पेड़ों को जंगलों को साफ करना पड़ता है और फिर जो उसकी राख होती है वो क्या इंसेक्ट वगैरह को मारने के काम आती है. So they scatter the seeds and tend to the fields for a year or so. The soil loses its fertility owing to heavy rains, weeds and unwanted vegetation. Encroaches the plot, so the tribals move out to clear a fresh patch of forested land after 1 or 2 years. This is a very wasteful method of cultivation and yield of crops is very low. It is also called slash and burn agriculture. Nomadic herding. Nomads are people who move from place to place in search of water and grazing land for their animals. So they rear cattle, sheep, goats, camels and yak. This practice is prevalent in the Sahara Desert, East and Southwest Africa, parts of Central Asia and Northern Europe. They carry their belongings such as tents, etc. on the backs of donkeys, horses and camels. So in mountain areas like Tibet and Ants, yak, llama are reared. Reindeer are the livestock in Arctic and subarctic areas. Commercial agriculture. Commercial agriculture involves specialization in farming with the aim of selling the produce in the market to make profits. Okay, so the areas that practice commercial farming generally have large size of land holding, dependence on machines and well-developed transport facilities with access to the markets. Monkey or capital is available to farmers for purchasing machinery and arranging for transport of the produce. Next one is mixed farming. When livestock are reared along with crop cultivation, it is known as mixed farming. The farmers grow cereals and vegetables along with fodder, oats, maize and root crops for their livestock. Equal emphasis given to crop cultivation and rearing cattle, sheep, pigs and poultry. Crop rotation retains soil fertility. Mixed farming is generally followed in the densely populated. So the areas of Europe, North America, Argentina, Southeast Australia and South Africa. Plantation agriculture. It is mostly practiced in the tropical and subtropical areas. It is a commercial form of agriculture that was introduced by the Europeans nearly 2 centuries ago. In such farming, one crop is produced on a large scale. So large estates are managed scientifically and efficiently like industrial units. Used capital is invested for hiring cheap, skilled and local or imported labor that specialize in the production of the crop and arranging transport facilities to carry the partly or wholly processed crop to the market. Supports rubber, tea, coffee, sugar, cane and spices are the main crops grown on plantations. The produce is sold in the national as well as international market. Some other types of farming. सबसे पहले बात करते हैं pastoral farming की. It has two forms, cattle ranching और meat and dairy farming for milk and milk products. The cattle are reared to meat in the dry parts on specialized ranches that have slaughterhouses, meat packing or freezing facility, and a transport network connecting markets and ports. So dairy farming has been developed to meet the needs of large urban areas and industrial cities. Milk is a perishable item, so excellent transport facilities are a must. Refrigerated tankers are also used. So milk, यानी कि milk producing cattle are reared on fodder and hay. Machines are widely used for cleaning and milking the cattle. So this type of scientific farming is prevalent mostly in the developed countries because huge capital investments are needed. So the special efforts are made to promote effective cattle breeding, healthcare, and veterinary services. Dairy farming is practiced intensively in the USA, Australia, New Zealand, and Western Europe. Major crop यानी कि फसलें कौन कौन सी होती हैं? In order to meet the demand of food, a large variety of crops is grown. So crops, as we know, are important not only in providing food but also in providing raw materials to many industries. Each crop needs a particular physical condition to grow. Let's learn more about the major crops, their physical requirements, and the places they grow in. So number one is food crops: rice, wheat, and maize. Cash crops: fruits, spices, jute, sugarcane. Beverage crops: tea, coffee, and cocoa. And fiber crops: cotton, jute, and silk. So rice. Rice is one of the most important food cereals in the world. More than half of the world's population survives on rice. It is the staple diet of the people living in the tropical or subtropical regions. It is grown in summers in South and Southeast Asian countries. In India, this type of crop is called Kharif crop. So it needs the temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and an annual rainfall of 200 centimeter. It grows well in alluvial clay soil since it needs stagnant water. The leading producers of rice are China, India, Japan, Sri Lanka, Egypt, Bangladesh, Southeast Asia, South Korea, Japan, Brazil, Sri Lanka, and the USA. In India, it is grown in West Bengal, Assam, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Kerala. Wheat, यानी कि गेहूं. Wheat requires an average temperature of 15 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius and an annual rainfall of 75 centimeter. It needs cool and moist growing season, but sunny weather for harvest. It grows well on well drained. Okay, so loamy soil. Frequent supply of fertilizer and insecticides is required for this crop. The main producers of wheat are steppes of Russia and Ukraine. So prairies of the USA and Canada, downs of Australia, and temperate grassland of Argentina and China in India. It is grown in the northwestern parts of the country. So its yield is high in Punjab and Haryana. Uttar Pradesh is the largest wheat producing state of India. Some other wheat producing states are Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra and Bihar. Maize. Maize यानी कि ये है मक्का, ठीक है ना, इसको मक्का बोलते हैं. It is not only an important food crop but also a fodder crop. It requires moderate temperature of about 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius and an annual rainfall of about 50 to 75 centimeter. It cannot grow in very cold region. Its soil should be fertile and well drained. So the main producers of maize are the USA, Russia, Canada, Mexico, Argentina, China, India, and Brazil. In India, it is grown in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, and Bihar. Millets are a group of small seeded grass widely grown as cereal crops. For example, ज्वार, बाजरा, and ragi. इनको बोलते हैं millets. They are grown on its fertile land and sandy soil and do not need much care. They need high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall to grow. The main producers of millets are China, Nigeria, and Niger. Millets are also used as fodder in the USA. In India, they grow mostly in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, and Rajasthan. ठीक है, तो ये तीनों चीजें किसमें आती हैं? ये मिलेट्स में आती हैं. Now tea. It is a beverage and a plantation crop. It is known for its stimulating qualities. It is prepared from leaves that are plucked from time to time for the growth of its tender leaves. It needs a cool climate and well-distributed high rainfall. Well-drained loamy soil is best suited for its growth. It grows on gentle hill slopes and needs a lot of manual labor. China, Sri Lanka, India and Kenya produce best quality tea in the world. In India, slopes of Assam, West Bengal, Kerala and Tamil Nadu are the producers of tea. India is one of the leading exporters of tea. So the next one is coffee. It is also a beverage and plantation crop. It is made by roasting and grinding coffee beans. It grows best in wet and warm climate and needs well-drained loamy soil. Slopes of hills are more suitable for the growth of coffee. Arabica or Mocha and Robusta are the two major varieties of coffee. So Brazil is the leading producer of coffee. Brazil is called the coffee port of the world. So Colombia, India, Mexico, Indonesia, Jamaica and East Africa also produce good quality of coffee in India. Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka are the main states that produce coffee. Next one is cotton. It is a fiber crop and one of the main raw material for the textile industry. It has been cultivated for centuries in the Nile and the Indus valleys. It needs bright sunshine, high temperature, light rainfall and 210 free days for its growth. It grows best in well-drained, black and alluvial soils. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Egypt and Brazil are the leading producers of cotton. Cotton is produced on a large scale in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Punjab. Next one is jute. It grows well in alluvial soil and needs high temperature, humid climate and heavy rainfall. So it requires a lot of stagnant water for retting. It also requires a lot of manual labor. During harvesting and processing, India, Bangladesh and China contribute to 85% of the total world's production. So in India, West Bengal is the largest jute producer, followed by Assam and Bihar. Jute is often referred to as golden fiber. Next one is agricultural development. With increase in demand for food, the development of agriculture began. The total amount of food production has increased at a very fast pace in the last 30 years. Efforts are made to improve the quality of crops by introducing hybrid varieties of seeds and by increased use of various kinds of pesticides, fertilizers, rodenticides and fungicides. Irrigation has been also extended to arid areas. Farmers in many countries have become modern and use computers and weather satellite information system in agriculture. Tools and machines have also taken new dimensions in the field of agriculture. Tractor, threshers and harvesters have made the work easy and fast. Some countries have made genetically modified crops which are resistant to pests. In order to meet the growing demand of increasing population, efforts have been made to increase farm production. This can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area and the number of crops grown, improving irrigation facilities, use of fertilizer and high yielding variety of seeds. So agriculture has developed at different places in different parts of the world. Developing countries with large population usually practice intensive agriculture where crops are grown on small holding, mostly for subsistence. So larger holding are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in the USA, Canada and Australia. Let's learn about agriculture in the developing and the developed country. Farming in India. भारत में खेती. India is a developing country. About 70% of the India's population depends on agriculture for their livelihood. और ये अच्छे से पता है आप लोगों को, है ना, ये 70% जो हमारी जनसंख्या है वो किस पे, खेती पर निर्भर है. Over the past few years, there has been a shift towards commercial farming, but by large agriculture has been intensive subsistence type. There has been very little movement as far as the tools and machinery in agriculture are concerned, since a larger number of Indian farmers are still illiterate. The land has been divided and subdivided into small plots. The average size of land holding is around 1 hectare in spite of the small sizes of farms. Measures have been taken to improve the productivity. The Green Revolution Harit Kranti created awareness among farmers, then better technology can improve the productivity, better quality of seeds, irrigation facilities, mechanization, cooperative farming and availability of loans at a lower rate are some of the factors that are responsible for increase in productivity. Wheat is the main crop in northern region. Project like Bhakra Nagal have led to improved irrigation system. The production per acre is high today. India has become an exporter of wheat. Double and multi-cropping is followed along with crop rotation method agriculture. Universities have been set up to develop new methods of farming. The overall result is encouraging. India is way behind in the milk production as compared to the developed countries, but in the past few years, various government initiatives like milk cooperative societies have led to the increase in milk production. Amul in Gujarat is one such example. Farming in USA. Farming in the USA is totally different from that of in India. Mainly it is commercial in nature. The size of the country is much bigger than that of India. It is also not so populous. The size of the farms are very large. The average size being 445 acres and mostly done by a single family. So there is a very low manual labor involved. Most of the work is done by machines. लेबर नहीं है वहाँ पे, जितना भी काम होता है वो सब machines के through होता है. Okay, the farms are well equipped. Dairy and poultry farms are also there to support the farmer's family. Wheat and maize are grown in the prairies for export. In the southern part of prairies, wheat is grown in winter, while in the northern part, it is grown in spring. Through super highways between the farms and the collecting centers, the produce moves very fast. The American farmers are literate and lead a very comfortable life. The villages in the USA are well developed and all the amenities are available in contrast to India. So, everyone, all topics are covered here. ठीक है ना? In this chapter, I hope you all are very well understand it and enjoyed also. We will meet you in the next class. Thank you.